And here we go again. So we'll just start from wherever we stopped. And yeah, that's that. Okay.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
I hope the
Yes.
voice and everything is fine now.
Everything is absolutely fine.
Great.
So
Yes. You
I think
tell me, how are you doing, Pratik?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
So क्या चल रहा है? What is your average Monday like?
Uh, Trust me, some days it's like I don't know how can I multitask so much, and on some days it's like the bed is not leaving me. So
Very
you know,
interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting.
yeah.
So is it fair to call you a full-time influencer, or are you a part-time influencer, part-time mom, and part-time something else? What is it like right now?
No, I would not call me a full-time influencer per se, but yes, uh, you can call me a part-time influencer, full-time mom, and yes, I'm also doing, I am an SME for Verbal Logic, so वो तो चल ही रहा है. That is also
Correct.
part-time. Full-time, so I'm a mom only.
Absolutely. So let's turn back time. Let's go to the beginning. थोड़ा सा
Yeah,
शुरुआत से शुरू करते हैं.
बिल्कुल करते हैं.
Right from which city did you know, live in? Were you born in?
I have
Right from
always been here in Delhi.
अच्छा.
The sad part of my life is I've always been here in Delhi. At one point one point in my life, I so much wanted to shift to Mumbai
अच्छा.
that I was actually, on matrimonial websites looking for guys staying in Mumbai.
अरे,
But destiny
tough
had
luck.
plans.
Tough luck.
Yeah, very tough one. But
Wow.
destiny had plans. I ended up being here in Delhi.
So why the fascination with Mumbai, मतलब, in particular?
I don't know. I like to stay in a city which is HC. So Goa is not a metro kind of a city.
Makes sense.
Mumbai is a metro kind of a city. It's there HC, and I like Mumbai. I like fast-paced cities. Delhi is also fast-paced, but मजा नहीं आता.
Delhi is slow. I mean, fast तो है, but it's like a little bit ठंडा in comparison to probably
Yeah.
like
You
that.
got me. Yeah.
Delhi is more babudam. Delhi is more तू जानता नहीं मैं कौन है type.
Exactly.
Mumbai is
Yeah.
more fun like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a possibility. So, all schooling in Delhi, college in Delhi, what was it?
Yes. School in Delhi,
Where
college
did you go
in
to
Delhi.
college?
Delhi University, Lady Shri Ram
अच्छा.
College. Everyone in Delhi, wants to go to DU. So, like, I was a studious kind of a child. I
नहीं, ये तो
scored good.
want to वाली बात है. अब has to का तो जमाना ही नहीं रह गया, मतलब.
हाँ.
अब तो
Has
you
to
only
का
have
तो
a
नहीं है अब. No, back
like
then, when I passed out of my 12th standard, 2001, I guess, yes. उस समय तो it was like if you are getting through DU तभी आपकी कोई इज्जत है.
correct.
नहीं तो नहीं थी.
Correct.
But
I
it's
think
not
2000.
like that now, which is very good.
I think 2001 में तो I mean I remember that I think 80% में भी कहीं तो मिल जाता था admission. कहीं कुछ without honors or something like that. I don't think 1995 से कम में कुछ भी मिलता होगा आज के टाइम में.
नहीं. और आजकल 1995 आ भी जाते हैं आसानी से.
ये बात ठीक है.
हाँ, in those times, 1995 was like, वाह यार क्या मार्क्स है.
पढ़ाकू है.
Like हाँ, अच्छा ठीक है आ गए. Okay, good, you've done your job. Fine.
And I think अब तो मतलब प्राइवेट कॉलेजेस की भी अच्छी रिस्पेक्ट है और अच्छा कर भी रहे हैं, मतलब.
And in fact, courses भी अच्छे हैं,
Professional courses.
Yes. And today I realized that actually going to a good college was not that important. Rather than studying a good course is, matters. Yeah, it does matter.
But do you think आजकल eventually कुछ भी मैटर करता है? मतलब 20 साल पहले किसी ने क्या किया था? Genuinely I'm asking. Does it even matter anymore?
No.
like look at modern day careers. If somebody is, I don't know, recording podcasts, yeah, doing video reviews, yeah,
Yeah.
God knows whatever, travel. Like, how can you do a course for this, matlab, This just
Yeah.
happens, I guess.
I guess today, when we talk about today, I guess skills is what matters, You should have a right skill set. You should have, I tell my kids, no, I don't want you to be a top scorer of your class, although I was, but I still don't expect my kids to be a top scorer. But what I expect them from is discipline, they should have a discipline, they should have a, mindset to do something. If you have a right mindset, you really want to do something, I think you'll carve a way for yourself.
मतलब मेहनत तो कर ही लेंगे मतलब.
हाँ, कुछ करना ही नहीं है किसी ने लाइफ में तो वो तो कभी
कुछ
भी
भी
कुछ नहीं कर सकता.
हो सकता.
But if you really want to do something, you'll end up doing something good also. But you have to be hardworking. You have to be honest. You have to be true. I believe, Pratik, no matter how modern we get, honesty in what we are doing is really important. You have to be honest with your profession. You have to be honest with what you want to do. And I
guess
think
no matter how much time changes, honesty and hard work doesn't go out of fashion.
yeah. There is no substitute of
No
these
substitute.
two edges of your life. Yeah.
For a short time, you might get successful.
Yes.
You might feel like famous हो गए, पैसे आ गए, कुछ हो गया. But eventually, if you want to do well in the long run, I don't think it can work out.
Nothing. These two things are most important.
So, okay, what happened after college? I remember you had career launcher back then.
Yes. So I did MA after graduation.
Achha.
I did MA.
Very interesting.
I joined few PR agencies.
Okay.
I tried to work because my graduation was in PR, advertising
Samajh
and PR.
gaya.
So I tried to work, but then I realized as soon as no matter how much I wanted to do it while I was studying it, I could not do it. It wasn't my thing. And then because I did my MA in English literature, it caught my fancy. Was always keen on studying English. So I again joined Career Launcher, and then I started teaching there. I started teaching verbal aptitude there.
Right. Makes sense. And then when and where did you?
Yeah, then I left after I got married. In between also I took breaks. I took break when my mom was diagnosed with cancer. So, but I eventually kept on joining Career Launcher back. I'm really grateful that, they've always taken me back. They've always given me opportunities. Then I eventually left when my husband started his startup. I wanted to help him because his startup was also related to education field and he's doing very well now. And I help him also. I do my freelance projects also.
So, when and how did husband happen?
Husband happened at Career Launcher, yeah. Poor guy, he came to study cat. Poor guy, he came to take cat coaching.
तो तुमने क्या मतलब बच्चे को पटा लिया मतलब something like that?
अरे नहीं यार, don't say this. I didn't do that. He joined IMI, and I literally told him, यार IMI join कर रहा है अभी तू कहते placement लेना ले girlfriend ले लियो life में.
Wow.
But he, poor fellow couldn't get a girlfriend also. I had to come to rescue.
तुमने बोला कोई नहीं तो मैं सही something like that.
चलो ठीक है मैं तो हूँ.
चलो ठीक है हम ही कर लेते हैं. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I think this was what 2004, 5. I can't remember the year, but
5, yeah, 5, 6.
right. बढ़िया. Long back.
Oh.
And then when did motherhood happen?
2013.
Okay.
My daughter was born. Yeah, she'll be 10 this year.
Wow.
Then life is being since then I never realized I can be. I used to tell in my interviews. I used to write in my CVs that I'm not a multitasker, please. And I used to tell it in my interviews bluntly that I'm not a multitasker. But I didn't know I am such a big multitasker. It's only when I became a mother I realized I can do. I'm literally, checking my papers, finishing off my work, and feeding my son and asking my daughter to do her homework. I'm doing 3, 4, 5 things, 3, 4 things together, and I'm able to do them right. So this
I think वो
has been
जिंदगी बना भी देती है मतलब.
हाँ,
नहीं होते तो
like
जिंदगी बना
teaches
भी
you.
देती है.
Actually, when you are in your own comfort zone, you don't have a reason to be a multitasker. Half of the time, people are doing things for you. But then when you have to do things for yourself and for others, then you have no choice.
Absolutely. that is true. So you have two kids, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah.
And the second one was
He was born, his
2000.
son, yeah, he was born in 2018.
तो जब एक से दो होते हैं तो डबल होता है या ट्रिपल हो जाती है रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी?
अरे ट्रिपल 4 times 5 times पता नहीं कितनी मतलब elders, our elders say कि दो बच्चे होते तो अपने आप में लगे रहते हैं.
अपने आप में लगे रहते हैं.
This is the big trap that your elders are giving you. कोई अपने आप में नहीं लगा रहता है. They always need you. You end up becoming a referee. एक आपको यहाँ से खींच रहा है, एक आपको यहाँ से खींच रहा है, and then you will not believe Pratik, but honestly, my right ear is I've got 20% hearing impairment in my right ear. I was able to hear.
Wow.
I got my ears tested because मुझे सुनाई नहीं दे रहा था ढंग से. Doctor was like 20% तो damage हो गया आपकी hearing. अभी my husband was like 20% नहीं, अभी तो 100% ही होगा. Because 24 hours I'm listening, mama.
Wow, man.
Motherhood is a big responsibility.
It is, I'm sure.
Very big.
But आजकल तो I also see, I mean, not everywhere, but I'm saying that increasingly fathers are also playing
Yes.
a fair amount of part in bringing up kids.
In fact, I'm very lucky to have, Jitesh as my husband, because he actually takes care of everything that a mother can do, except for, the physical. I only could have fed my kids. He could not have. But everything else he has done. But then, with mothers, there is a problem, And at least with mothers like me, there is a problem. You don't trust anyone else. So even if Jitesh tells me that you sleep, I'll take care of them. So my back of the mind, I'll be like, nahi. एक को एक phone दे दिया होगा, दूसरे को दूसरा phone दे दिया होगा, he'll not be taking care. So you end up not having trust. Trust issues हो जाते हैं बहुत major time with everyone. So
I mean, I'm sure you must have had nannies, matlab, while bringing them up. Yeah, you took care of them.
No. I didn't have nannies for kids.
Like
I had help for other household chores. No trust issues.
अच्छा, वही मैं कह रहा हूँ, right? Because आजकल तो what I notice is that,
yeah. In fact, if you, I believe if you can, you should always have a help. But then people do have, there are a lot of people who have trust issues. I am one of them.
Yeah. No, which I think motherhood and also parenthood is very personal. Matlab, how you want to have a child is up to you.
Yeah, there is no right and wrong in it. It's everyone's individual choice.
But बाकी तो the parents have to agree. Then of course, कई बार grandparents का भी उसमें influence होता है, society का भी general होता है.
Yes.
But I think as long as a parent can take a call कि भाई मुझे ऐसा करना है, ऐसा नहीं करना.
Right.
Interesting. So, but it must have been really challenging to balance work with all this going on. I mean, not just one kid, but two kids. So did you have to take conscious breaks in between, or were you like on the side, थोड़ा बहुत काम चलता रहता था?
After my daughter was born, I stopped working.
I had to take a break, yeah.
Yes,
naturally.
I had to take a break because it was my first time.
Correct.
I was having PPD, which is postpartum depression. Correct. A big time PPD I was having. It actually was a very severe kind. So I could not work. My mind was not working. I was not functioning practically as a person only. Forget about working or forget about being a professional. So I didn't work, but things improved when she grew up, when she joined play school. I got a hang of myself. My father helped me a lot. He counseled me कि बेटा, you have to overcome your depression. I started doing yoga. I started doing some exercise and all. I overcome it. But when I was I was carrying my son, I was very particular that I will not stop working. Not even a single day. Post my delivery, even after 3 days of my delivery, I had a deadline. And although the organization I was working with at that time told me that you don't have to be so tough on yourself, I was like, no, it's okay. I'll manage. So I was very, and it helped. It really helped. Having a work, having some deadlines really kept my mind off and really made me, and ensure that I'm not just a mother taking care of child. I am doing something. I'm building something for myself too, which is until date I haven't stopped working, and I'm grateful. I've got opportunities also.
So you mean being busy is one of the keys to
Yes.
fighting off such
Keeping
feelings.
your
One of the
mind,
keys.
keeping your mind
Occupied.
occupied, doing something constructive. Otherwise, you end up, what happened, I'll tell you what, when my daughter was born, because I wasn't working, one thing, it is kind of a vicious circle, you think that I'm not working because I am depressed or something, but then
Correct.
you're not working, you end up getting depressed even further. I wasn't working, I had no other thing, my daughter was lying beside me, and I, as a mother of infant, what can you do for your child? Feed, sleep, burp, bathe, nothing else, right? Rest of the time your mind is empty, and then everything any single person will tell you, you'll keep on overthinking it. Even
Right.
if it is your husband, even if my husband will tell you, you don't have to be so paranoid. You'll think, oh, he's calling me paranoid now. You end up thinking too much, which only accumulates to your depression, to your poor mental health. So
Makes sense.
I guess keeping on working, and having some constructive thing to do really helps. Really, really helps.
And I also think that thankfully with so much online work available these days, you
Yeah.
can sit at home and work, so you
Yes.
don't even have to physically go out and do things.
Yes, exactly. And in fact, that is also one thing, I've been very grateful that I have at the right point of time in my life, I've got the right opportunities. It's not very easy to find some genuine online
That is true.
working opportunities also,
No,
but
no, of course, of
I've
course,
got.
of course. I mean, people don't understand, but online also is an entire professional setup in
Yeah.
itself.
Yes, yes.
And finding the right company is as good as finding the right company to work for offline.
Offline,
Finding
yeah,
the right
exactly.
people,
Yes, yes.
there is trust and there is, I mean, so many issues are there. And
Everything,
you have to
everything.
learn to overcome and you have to commit yourself to it for people to also be able to trust you at some level, I think.
Yes. And online, working online also has its own set of challenges. It's
No, of
not
course.
that like, कि बहुत मजे हैं. You're sitting
No,
at
no,
home
no.
and you're working. No, it's not like that.
So,
Sometimes, Pratik, I don't know, but sometimes I think it's tougher even, in fact, because when you're sitting at home, you yourself do not value your work as much as when you physically go out and work in an office.
that is true.
You yourself think, yeah, abhi thodi der मैं करती हूँ, and that थोड़ी देर sometimes never comes. But whereas when you're on office, you're at an office, a physical office, यहाँ पे काम करके ही घर जाना
Right.
है. So that is also.
And I also think that even if we work 3 hours in an office, we feel
Yeah,
like we
it's more
spend the
productive.
entire day there.
More
We feel
productive,
like,
definitely.
and whereas if we work for probably, I don't know, same hours here, it seems a little different.
You know what? That is what I've started doing. Because my husband has his own office, so I've told him, "Ki, yaar, mere liye, please set up a desk for myself." So now what
Right.
I do is when my kids go to school, luckily now they're going to school, so I have time. I take my laptop and I've kept my laptop there and set up. Even if I'll sit there for 3 hours and work, my productivity is 10 times better than what I'm doing at home. So having
Very interesting.
place, a physical place to work is any day better.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
Because I think there are some people who only work exclusively from home, while there are people who also work from a co-working space, or in your case,
Yeah.
your husband's office or something
Yeah,
like that. So
yeah.
for you, it has been helpful to work from a
Yeah.
physical space.
Yes.
That's interesting. So, in between all of this, how did this, I mean, Instagram/influencer journey begin?
Yeah, this is a very good thing that I want to share. What happened actually was I didn't know what is Instagram, what is being an influencer. I first started when my daughter was born. I guess after 1.5 years, like I told you, I was having acute PPD at that time. So one day I just came across a platform called Momspresso. It is,
Right, I think I've heard of it.
biggest parenting platform. So I just wrote because I've always been a writer. As far as I remember, I've always been a writer. So I wrote a blog there, just out as a hobby. And luckily the blog got a lot of views. So I got a call from Momspresso that you have written a blog and your blog has been very well read. So we would like you to write more blogs, and we would also like you to write sponsored blogs for brands.
Got it.
So I
Got it.
started as a blogger, not
Got it.
as an influencer.
Influencer.
So then I started writing. I've written for Momspresso. I don't know how many articles. I've made a good amount of money there.
Got
I've
it.
got a lot of reader base there. A lot of work I've done with them. They only asked me to join the platform called Instagram. for few brand campaigns that,
Oh.
because at that time Instagram was catching up, and they said, Aakanksha, now it's like, people are less reading, more watching,
Right.
seeing photos and all. So few brands, they have a requirement of you to post the things on Instagram. I was
Got
like,
it.
okay, really? So that is how I joined Instagram, and then one thing leads to other. Here I
Wow.
end up
So this must have been, I think, what, 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah. When my son I was carrying my son. At that time, they guys asked me to join Instagram and post it was about Mother's Day only, some Mother's Day campaign. That is when I joined. So I guess, 5 years.
So, blogging versus Instagram from a creator's perspective, what do you find more fulfilling and what do you think is more rewarding from a brand point of view also?
For a creator, especially for me who likes writing, blogging is definitely better. But because I'm also a marketing and PR student, from a brand's perspective, any day Instagram is better.
Interesting.
With time you have to change. You have to change with time. I have written blogs for brands like Dettol. I mean, very, very top niche brands, top niche brands. I've written for them. And at that point of time, it has worked for them. But now if the same brand will ask me to write a blog for them, I think nobody will read. Nobody has the patience. Nobody has that, what you call it, time to spend on a 500-word article. So a picture, posting a picture, cute picture with a caption. Yeah, in past 3 years itself, reels have taken place of photos, and now people don't even read captions. You have to add the text on the reel itself or on the photo itself. Yeah, attention span is the word I was trying to find. So, all thanks to the lesser and lesser attention span of people, brands are shifting to the different modes of.
And I think, as you said, it's a natural change.
Yeah. And it's fair enough.
Fair
as
enough.
a brand's perspective, they would want a platform which is giving them maximum.
So I think probably blogging as a career, I mean, people who are planning to take it up should rethink their decision if they want to really get into blogging, or they should probably get into very niche blogging or very specific technical blogging.
Yeah. No, blog still works. Blogging still works.
And
But then, you don't get immediate results. You will not get immediate sponsored campaigns there, but it still works.
And I think at the end of the day, like you mentioned, let me just bluntly say that the average person out there doesn't want to read.
No. Nobody wants to read anymore.
People, I think, don't even want to read the newspaper anymore. I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as I can
my
get
daughter was complaining yesterday कि मम्मा हमारे घर में न्यूज़पेपर क्यों नहीं आता है, इसलिए हम गूगल में न्यूज़ पढ़ लेते हैं. Then I realized that if I will not only have a newspaper at my home, how can I expect
how will
my
they
daughter
learn
to read it?
Yeah. But I think this changes come really fast.
Yes,
years and years have gone by. I mean, people used to read no matter what. I mean, with even television and internet, everything, people used to read. But I think in the past,
I'll tell you what, the 2 years of COVID has actually brought a big change in how people are, doing things.
And how people view the internet also, maybe. Like
What kind of content people are interested in? Trust me, TikTok has killed the word. Yeah. It has killed the word. It has led to reels, shorts, whatnot.
And I think, again, it's like coming from 90s and 2000, we will say it killed the world. And probably the kid who's born today will say that, wow, this is the most amazing thing that can happen.
My 5-year-old son, he's not even 5. He doesn't want to watch anything else but shorts. And when I tell him shorts, nahi dekhne, he was like, no, main dekhunga.
So the addiction begins
what I want
right
to say
then.
is that shorts can catch attention of a 5-year-old kid who is probably not even understanding ki chal kya raha hai. But they're so catchy. And, not belittling anyone or any medium. I myself do make reels, a lot of reels. In fact, most of my content is in reels because they have better reels. So I'm not belittling it. I enjoy making reels. And I understand how you can pass on your message in a more creative and a fun way. That viewers will. But the point is that, yes, it has taken over now.
And I think it will only progressively keep becoming, I don't know, more innovative, creative, or I mean, I don't mean to say shorter, but I just mean to say that more visually appealing,
Yeah.
more audio visual than text.
I was very happy the day Threads was launched. I was very happy the day Threads was launched because I was really looking for a platform where you could write something, you know.
Write a little.
The writer in me was itching to write one-liners, itching to write something. Twitter was, you know, long gone, so really was happy when Threads was launched.
That is interesting. I think, yeah. So probably there is also a small section of the society which still wants to both read and write.
Yeah.
While everybody else may have liked reels, I also enjoy.
At least in our generation, from our generation, there are still people who want to read.
Makes sense. And I think by logic, what happens is that if the mothers and fathers of this generation don't read and write as much themselves, then that's what the kids see.
What will they pass on? Definitely.
And if kids also study online, and if kids also, I don't know, take lessons online or do things online, and that is the primary medium for them.
Yeah.
So I think, nobody is to be blamed, and nobody is to be
No, it's a natural progression. It's a natural progression. Nobody is to be blamed. Yeah. And there is nothing to blame also.
You have to go with the
everyone has
flow.
to. Yeah, everyone has to go with the flow of the time. Yeah.
That's interesting. So, currently, what is it like? Do you do some brand things once a month, once a week, or on and off when it happens, or what is it like?
Yes, once a month, or twice in a month, yeah.
But otherwise, you're focused on creating your own content. You like creating content generally.
Yes, I'm working on a book, collection of short stories.
Oh, wow.
So I'm, right now. Earlier, you must have also noticed, I used to write a lot of 100-word stories on Mom's Presso.
Right.
Now I thought I've become a little selfish कि जब short story की collection बनानी है तो पहले अपनी बना लेती हूँ. So I'm working right now. I've channelized all my creativity there.
Yeah, and then that stays for a longer while. It will just be around kind of a thing. And then you also become an author.
Yes.
No, which is
thanks to Amazon Kindle. It's very easy becoming a.
I agree. But it's a good thing, I think.
Which again is a good thing. Yes, of course. Gone are the days. See, the crux of the matter is, Prateek, if you really want to do something in today's world, you are not. If you want to be a writer, you're not dependent on publishers. You don't have to make a script and run around publishers, request them, sir, please parlo. No, if you want to write. And trust me, I launched my book into 2020 on Amazon Kindle.
Okay.
And it was very well received, It was very well received. And all thanks to my Instagram followers.
Very
Definitely.
Nice.
Because that was the only place where I promoted
the book.
So I knew all the downloads are from my Instagram followers. Yeah.
No, but that's nice.
And yes, of course. I wasn't expecting to become, a rage with that book.
Of course.
I was just expecting to have an audience. I wanted to be a writer, मुझे नहीं भागना था यार 10 publishers के पीछे अपनी book को लेके, because it wasn't that big a book. इतनी बड़ी book लिखी भी नहीं थी, इतनी मेहनत करी भी नहीं थी कि मैं उसको लेके भागूं 10 लोगों के पीछे. But I really wanted to put that story out. It gave me satisfaction as a writer, as a creative, person. It was creatively satisfying for me, and it was very well. I really like the medium of Amazon Kindle. Yeah, very good very good medium if somebody really wants to write.
Yeah, that's a really good thing actually. I think they got that the something publishers program, and it goes around the world and everything.
And and what they do is they also, Amazon also runs on Book Fest every after every few months, and then they also send me a mail if you want your book to participate in the Book Fest, then for 2 months till the time the Book Fest will run, you cannot change the price of your book. We'll sell it whatever price we want to. But they're at least doing something to market your book, So
KDP, right? Kindle Direct Publishing, something.
Yeah, Kindle Direct Publishing. Very user friendly platform. Very nice. I really like this.
Yeah, I think this is what people miss.
Which again proves, if you really want to do something, nobody is stopping you. In today's world, nobody will stop you if you really want to do.
And I think this is what people miss out on, the fact that, yes, the new age companies may be taking away some jobs, but they're also creating so many new opportunities.
Yes. Yes, they are.
People don't see it because things may be changing, but I mean, something is going to somebody, right? Somebody new is getting to experience
Exactly.
something which
Exactly.
wasn't there in the past. Like, you may not have been able to publish a book 10 years ago had you had to go to 10 publishers and requested and
Exactly.
spent
Yeah,
money
yeah.
and PR and like for example, your readers or your viewers or followers were able to download the books.
You're not audible, Patty. You're not audible.
Am I audible again?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're
I'm saying that you would have had to do events and other things to ensure that people get to.
exactly. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
So everything, comes with advantages,
No,
disadvantages,
absolutely,
like they say.
absolutely. I think that's an interesting thing. Good, nice. So, what plans? I mean, any major things other than the book that you're looking forward to planning?
Yeah. Right now, honestly, telling you, I am working on 2 books. One I
Okay.
want to again I'll publish through Amazon KDP, but another one I want to publish in a hard copy format,
Acha,
which
very
is
nice.
not possible in Amazon Kindle because their hard copy format is kind of expensive. The book, then every book will cost you a lot of, so you will have to sell the book at a
They
higher
will publish
price.
it on your behalf.
Yeah. They publish a hard copy in my behalf, but then their hard physical publishing of book happens only in US.
I
So the
understand.
books come from there, so the
There's
shipping
no
and all
point.
charges,
There's no point.
it becomes expensive. Yeah. So, but then a lot of publishers these days have an option of self-publishing your book
Self-publishing.
in whatever mode you want. You can physically you can have a physical books, self-published with other authors. So I'm looking for such. I was, in fact, yesterday only studying about few publishing house which have such kind of a. So one book I want to really have a
Very
physical
nice.
form of a book. Yeah, touch
No, that's really good.
and feel is still. I being
No, absolutely.
from 80s, touch and feel really is something for me.
No, and also I'll tell you what, I've been noticing a lot of bookshops have started opening new shops again all over the city.
Yes.
And I do see kids, I mean, parents do take their kids to these bookshops and they make them read and, spend time there. In
Yes.
bookshops. So I think
Yes.
probably at some level, reading is also making a slow comeback of sorts. I don't know, maybe too much screen time is also leading to parents.
Yeah. And in fact, if you'll see a lot of people now, a lot of companies are, a lot of book publishing houses are coming with books for kids, especially
Right.
these days, because they want to encourage parents in raising up readers. I really like, when my daughter picks a book, I'm really happy that
Makes sense.
thank God she's
Makes
at
all
least
the
reading a book.
No, totally makes
No matter how much content you watch online, no matter how many educational videos you watch online, what you read,
Will
stays
always be
in your
different.
heart, stays in
Yeah.
your heart, stays in your subconscious mind. I don't know, I'm old school, but I believe in that.
No,
No
absolutely.
matter how
I
many
think,
educational videos you watch.
I mean, it's like saying that you can gain everything online, but it doesn't mean that you stop traveling.
Yeah, exactly.
You do different things to gain different experiences.
Yeah. Now I can see Eiffel Tower online now, but why do I have to
Exactly
go there?
the point.
Because you have to gain that experience. Yeah. And
So I think
maybe I'm too old for today's
no, I
generation,
think it's
but
not
I
about
still think
being.
the book
It's not
leaves
about being.
impression in your heart and in your mind. Yeah, the content that you watch online is there for 5 minutes. 5 minutes baad, you will not even remember that.
No, absolutely. I think books definitely have their place in society, and they will continue to, I believe.
Yes,
Maybe,
and it should. They should really continue.
and I think thanks to platforms like Instagram and Threads and everything, only they will get enough popularity because
Yeah.
I mean it's a it's like a crossover thing where one thing promotes the other in a certain way and keeps becoming popular. Great. So I think been a lot of fun having this conversation.
Yeah, talking to you, talking about old times. Yeah.
And I think best that we didn't really have a script or thought of following a certain.
Yeah, having a script is so boring. Yeah. whatever
Just go with the
little campaigns I do na, as an influencer, I always get scripts. यार scripts बस
Oh,
छोड़ दो
अच्छा,
script
अच्छा,
बस तो that is why
नहीं
you know
चाहिए.
I'm like no script in live anymore. बस script वहीं के लिए.
हाँ मतलब इतना भी दिमाग नहीं लगाएंगे तो फिर क्या करेंगे मतलब. इतनी क्रिएटिविटी तो छोड़ दो मतलब
हाँ.
let us be that creative at least.
Yeah.
No, I don't treat us like a mouthpiece. Treat us like creative creators basically at the end of the day.
Exactly. No.
I understand. No, I think it makes absolute sense and
The creators is just a word anymore.
I understand. बढ़िया है. So more power to you.
Thank you.
May you keep growing and doing more of whatever you wish to do. And
Thank you and thank you for having me here. It was
absolute
really nice,
pleasure.
Like the way I
this was
posted in my stories, no agenda, just two friends
exactly
talking to
the
each other.
point.
It
Exactly.
always helps. And see, we had a lot of meaningful conversations. It's not that we ended up talking nothing sense,
That's the whole point, right?
Yeah,
Not
that's the
everything
point.
Not everything in life has to be about agenda also.
Yeah.
Something can just
Without
be fun.
agenda also you can talk sense. You can talk things which are important.
Totally.
And it's always good to talk to like-minded people. So I wanted to be there.
No, absolutely. So nice of you, and thank you so much for joining in.
Thank you for having me here. Yeah. Bye.
Okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thank you.